That was disgusting. I sincerely apologize. Sincerely. There's Mr. Frank. There's Mr. Duffy. Window look. Neil and his wife are outside walking around. Apparently, apparently, this is what people in the neighborhood do. They walk around. It's 61 degrees and clear out. They still got their garage door open. They walked. Yes, they took a walk around the block, and it looks like Neil has a cup of something. Can't be coffee because he literally walked in, unless the coffee was already made. But I guess they're gonna sit outside and enjoy this beautiful weather. Be beautiful. I remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe, and also to follow me on the YouTube. I would appreciate it. There's Nick Zanuck. Everybody's here. Walking around, aren't we supposed to boycott walking today's ticket to the man? I believe so. I believe. No, we're supposed to only walk. We're not allowed to drive our cars or get gas or use our hover round because that's corporate. I don't know. I'm doing my part today. I went to a mom and pop cafe for brunch today with a bunch of authors. And I did not stop to get gas because I didn't need gas today. And I also didn't stop to get food because I had an omelet there. So, and I probably won't leave the house again today. That is more than likely. I don't know. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, say $100 billion are in goods are sold today all across the board. That's an easy number. And then maybe 8% of the people are not going to spend money today. So now we're at $92 billion. And then tomorrow, everyone will spend that $8 billion or more. So tomorrow will be $108 billion. So in the grand scheme of things, this will, everybody will run in the black. This will all work out. I found Diet Grape Soda yesterday, so that's a plus. Where'd you find that? Where'd you go to Winn-Dixie? I'm a kind of a fan of grape soda, not a huge fan. I'm staying away from soda, trying to lose some weight. Yeah, the Winn-Dixie, exactly. Yeah, that one in Callahan is actually the one of the better ones, which is weird because you're basically you're out in the country over there. They're pretty good. Tom, tomorrow I will pick you up a little after 10, right? So my goal is to let me turn this on. My goal is to leave here. So there's no Dunkin' between where you're living and where we are going. It's about a half an hour, but there's Dunkin' is like way out. So I'm gonna need you to text your Dunkin' order before tomorrow morning. I'm gonna leave here probably about 9:45, and 9:30, 9:45. I'm gonna grab our Dunkin'. I'm gonna drive out there to pick you up, and then I'm gonna text you and say I'm here because I'm not getting out of the truck because I'm hurting, and then we will drive out there and with our coffees and whatever else, and we will have some fun. So, but I will remind you later if you have not given me your order yet. Be as specific as possible. One of the better ones, Gary. One of the better ones is they're usually fully stocked. The Winn-Dixie that we go to over here, a lot of times they're out of stuff, which annoys the shit out of me. I'm more of a Publix fan anyway. I prefer their lunch meats and I prefer their subs. But yeah, like the lemon Propel lemon water. Well, we only really get it out at that Winn-Dixie, or I got to order it delivered from the Walmarts. From the Walmarts. Next page already. Bop. Ooh. Ooh. Next page, Nixon. Next page. I had a large cup of coffee after my normal, regularly scheduled cup of coffee when I went to the cafe. Then I had a Western omelet with hash browns and some wheat toast. 61 degrees and clear here. and and then I'm not going to eat anything else until dinner time, which I believe my wife is making pork chops tonight. But I only took out of the pack of 3 pork chops. So I have one, maybe 2 pork chops instead of the 37 that I normally eat. And hopefully there will be some good sides with it. Maybe carrots. Maybe some effing carrots. Effing carrots. I don't know. I hung out with. There was no win. Good win. No win this morning. His wife made a doctor's appointment without telling him, and then just basically let him know like yesterday or something. So he was quite annoyed. So he did not show up. But we had me and 6 female, although I don't want to assume, authors there that I knew 3 of them. I knew 3 of them, and so we hung out. We only hung out for like an hour, a little over an hour. Yeah, had some food. We talked. I talked way too much because when you sit down with a couple of people who are writing their book, they ask a shitload of questions, and I'm always the one that everybody's pointing at for the answers. Tom Duffy's here's a weather report. Finally clear. I've been saying beautiful Florida sunshine right before opening the blinds in the morning and getting greeted with rain or clouds. Yeah, you definitely brought some bad weather down with you. Do you do applesauce with pork chops? I never believed that pairing. Pork chops and applesauce. That was my Brady bunch, my Peter Brady. Pork chops and applesauce. No, that doesn't make any sense. I pair pork chops with more pork chops. No, and what was the point exactly? What was the point? I mean, he was the one who puts this thing together, and then he wasn't even there. Wasn't he supposed to boycott doctors? Exactly. He should have went to some mom and pop doctor in a trailer somewhere. It all makes no sense. I swore you were Detective Peter Brady, right? Well, I've been practicing that one since I was like a child. Since I was childless. I don't know. So there you go. Again, just not feeling it. So Amanda had messaged me this morning. I was like, hey, I'm off today. I'm going to come over and we're going to write. And I was like, yeah, I got to go to this cafe brunch thing. But if you want to come with me. And of course, she's like, yeah, I'm good. So I was like, well, we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it another, could do it another Tuesday. We do next Tuesday if you want. Yeah, Special Agent Peter O'Brady. Some reverse harem cafe brunch. Exactly. So I went to the doctor yesterday. And everybody cares. Yeah, man, getting all catty. Yeah, man, is basically, the thing is, I'm just going to say no to mostly everything. I don't care anymore, which, good for you. Go to the doctor. I do not have sciatica. That's a plus. The minus, however, is basically I'm fat, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the spinal column on my right side, and it is like I don't have a slip disc. I don't have anything like that. It's like it's just pinching the nerve enough. So he's gotten me. He put in a prescription for whatever, and I will start taking those if my wife picks them up tonight on her way home from work, because I can't do that, and because I'm not going to Walmart. You're supposed to stay out of Walmart, and so I guess if you have prescriptions and you have it in a Walgreens or Walmart or wherever, then you just have to die today, because big corporations. But anyway, and then I have to call for physical therapy and start doing physical therapy 2 or 3 times a week for a month. So pretty much all of March, I will have some physical therapies. How many needles did they give you? Exactly 0. I told the doctor, he's like, if this doesn't work, it should work. Between the pills I'm going to give you and the physical therapy, you should be fine. You're just, they did an X-ray, and they're like, there's nothing permanent. It's just basically, eat better. Stop with fried foods. Blah blah blah. There's Amanda Ward. We were just talking about you. And so basically, just eat better. And I'm trying to stay away from. So he's like, stay away from red meats and stay away from fried foods, which is basically what I'm having for dinner tonight. But I'm only having 1 or 2 pork chops, so I should be better than the 6 or 7 I normally eat. Yeah, I mean, not eat great, just eat better, which means I'll make some carrots or something with it, and that'll be good enough. And again, I'm not eating junk. I'm not eating a lot of like snacks. I have banana chips, stuff like that. So I'm good. But yeah, basically fried cheese allowed. No, I think it's because I think it has the word fried in it. M&Ms are not okay, but I don't even have any M&Ms in the house. Only thing I have is I have dark chocolate, which is good for me. It's good for anti-inflammation. Wisconsin economy would call. Yeah, imagine if everybody there had spinal problems. They don't know what they're talking about. Red meat is great. You keep eating that red meat, Tom, and you keep being in pain. And it was okay if you dip them in hummus. Yeah, so that's never ever going to happen. That would almost ruin M&Ms. I'd probably still have to eat them though. So yeah, basically he's like, if this doesn't work, then we will, then the next level will be a needle, which will clear it right up, or surgery if it becomes permanent. I'm like, well, those 2 are not options, so let's just go with give me some damn pills, and but then he's like, you cannot take anything else with this, whatever he's given me. So no more. He's like, no more ibuprofen, no more. Leg and spot whatever relief pills, all those other ones, stop taking. Just do the heating pad and do the ice pack. Yeah, M&M's and hummus are disgusting. Hummus is disgusting. Is Tom a Southerner yet? More than Chuck because he's more South. Yeah, I believe that is the definition. Is he's more South, so I think he is more Southern. Although I think Tom has really only been out in the Southern air about 3 hours total since he's been here for 2 weeks, so who knows? Who can say? And I didn't have my therapy yesterday. He had canceled, so now I have it today at 4 p.m. And I should have done it for 3. I don't know what I was thinking. Florida is technically less south in a lot of ways. Yeah, but where we live, it's like South Georgia, so we're good. Once you get to like Daytona down, then it's just like, then it's really not even, it's not even the South. There are like pockets here and there, but otherwise, Miami is not the South. Tampa, not the South. Orlando, definitely not the South. Like Jacksonville, most of Jacksonville, Palatka, some parts of Gainesville. The Villages is its own thing. Yeah, but like Daytona and all that, it's no. I've seen a map or 2 and think Florida is more south than New York. I mean, it's what do you call it? Wise, it is more south if you're doing it by miles. If you're doing it by the South, capital T, capital S, Florida is not. You hit Georgia going south. You hit North Carolina to Georgia, you're in the South. Yeah, thank you. Geography versus culturally. That's what I was trying to say, but I can't figure it out. You have NASCAR. So you have NASCAR everywhere. You got NASCAR all over the fucking place. NASCAR. Stupid. NASCAR's dumb. You saying Jacksonville is still the South is like me telling you there are no weird smells, like look at the person from Northern Aggression. Oh wait, I read 2 different things. You jumped in. There are numerous ones along the Jersey Turnpike. Yeah. Jacksonville is still the South. We still have a lot of. I mean, I live in urban decay, but there are Callahan and stuff like that that are still the South. There are still good old boy rednecks and pickup trucks and gunfire and people out living out in the woods, um, hunting raccoon and things, eating them. Tom said had sashimi last night since I'm avoiding the rice. Decidedly not Southern. People were like, look at that person from Northern aggression. Yeah, you gotta be careful out there in Callahan having those kinds of places. Like they put that sushi place out there so they can see all of the Northerners, all the Yankees where they are. Wow, Callahan Auto Parts. I know that's a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. I believe it's not the Callahan from down here. Definitely about 2,000 rounds of ammunition being fired around here daily. You are about a mile up the road from you, Tom, is the police gun range for Duval County, and so you'll hear that all the time. And then there is the prison farm is right next to it up there. And then after you have the gun range, then you have the prison work farm, and then you have the National Cemetery. Believe they had the best auto parts after Tommy took over. Oh, is that a Tommy Boy? Is that a Tommy Boy reference? I saw that. Let me get that yellow tuna sashimi. Ugh, y'all. Gun range, prison, cemetery, that's officially right. You just move from one to the next. Hello, person. That seems disingenuous. Hello, back, person. Pain center. So yeah, so that's that. That's the South. Do you have the tea with ice but not sugar, y'all? Yeah, the engineer. Yeah, I know. Tom's girl orders unsweet tea. What the hell are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to be fine. We all left. Welcome in. We're doing good. I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of writing. I think I've written about 100 words so far in 22, 23 minutes. I did have a good brunch. Dead giveaway ordering it. I know, she ordered unsweet tea and I was like, don't do that. Oh, we don't know you. You should have went with me this morning, Amanda. There was a woman there who has not written a book, but she had about 80,000 thoughts on how to sell books on social media. And she described all of them. And I was like, no. After every one, she was like, oh, Pinterest is not for me. Like, just the thing she was, I'm like, at one point I was like, if she says MySpace, I'm just going to get up and leave. Her photo's up at BMAX after that fiasco. Yeah, they do not want her in there. Nice, that's a good average. I'm working on what I can only describe as my world's Bible. I can't do that. I can't do it. I always want to. And then I write in a series and I'm like, what was that guy's name from the second book? Then I got to pull it off the shelf and go through the book to figure out this person's name. It's really annoying. Let me get unsweet tea and a vat of grits, y'all. That sounds, yeah. I mean, the food in that place is good, and most of the people were good. And Andrea asked where you were, and I was like, yeah, she wasn't coming to this. I was like, Tom was supposed to come, but he won't leave the house 2 days in a row, and we're going to the Amelia Island Book Festival tomorrow to see S.A. Cosby speak at noon about noir thrillers. I hear AOL chat rooms are big places up. Yeah, right. I mean, like that's literally what she was like, and I was like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta jump on Twitch, and she's like, what's that? And I had to explain Twitch to her, And then I had to explain Patreon to her. And then I had to explain something. I'm like, ugh. Good old Sean here, our boy Sean. Yeah, you shouldn't call him S.A. Cosby. You should call him Sean. Because I know him like that. Can one order sweet tea with fake sugar, or will that get you banned too? You just order sweet tea. All you say is sweet tea. Sorry. Sweet tea, real Southern sweet tea starts with about 14 pounds of sugar. Then you got to put the water stuff in there. It's nice of you to support Amelia Island. I'm actually just going to see Sean, S.A. Cosby. And Tom is going with me. We're going to go and we're going to hang out and maybe grab some lunch. And then old Mike is supposed to also be there. He's like, oh, can I come and tag along? I'm like, yeah, I'm not picking you up or anything. I mean, just these are the times we'll probably be there about 11:30. And Sean's thing is 12 to 12:40. And then we're probably going to do one lap around the gym, and then we're going home. Real Southern sweet tea makes all your teeth are right. That's how you know it's real sweet tea. No matter how many times you start, there's so much sugar. It's the physics of all that sugar. It just can't dissolve all of it into the water, or it just becomes a block of sugar. So, is that why people are missing teeth? The sugar, not the meth. It's the combination of sweet tea and meth. It's a combination. But I figured, go walk around over there, and then me and Tom on the way home will probably maybe grab some lunch. My wife is excited. She's like, "Is Tom going?" I said, "Tom said he's going." She's like, "Good, then I'm not going." I said, "All right, not a problem." And she was like, "Okay, good. I get to stay home and do housework and stuff without you here." I'm like, "Yeah, it's probably the only time you're gonna get of being home without me." So, do they have sugar-free meth? I believe so, but there's only in certain parts of the country. If old Mike wears his hat, he's not sitting next to us. Yeah, exactly. That stupid hat. Stupid hat. Amanda, if you're still there, what Tuesday were you thinking next month? Are you thinking like, if I can move this, are you thinking like March 4th, March 11th, 18th, 25th, 92nd? Any of those? Let me know. Also, I don't think I can do the second Thursday next month because I have a return visit to the doctor that morning or that afternoon at like 2 o'clock. So we'll have to switch it to the third. I'll wait till tomorrow to post up about it. Just letting you know it'll probably be the third, which I don't think I'll be gone by then. No, I'm not leaving till the 27th, till the fourth one for AuthorCon. Look at you sporting Dean Koontz merch. That's right, baby. That's right. They also make the I'd rather be reading Stephen King, and I'm like, I would not rather be reading Stephen King. So I like the Dean Koontz one. They were sold out of I'd rather be reading Frank J. Edler. They were sold out of that one. I should do the douchey move and get one made that says I'd rather be reading Armand Rosamilia books. People are like, who the hell is that? That's me. Come to my car. I have a trunk full of books. Did you get that from Fiona? Who the hell is Fiona? I'd rather be reading Alexander C. Bell. Exactly. That's the shirt you should get. I got this from Redbubble, I believe. Redbubble had a bunch of shirts, and I got one from Redbubble. I don't know why I just did the starting thing there. I'd rather be reading with Alexander C. Bailey, though, is what it should say. I tell you, he messaged me. I don't know who I told that. I don't know if I told you guys this story already. That's too bad. He messaged me a night or two ago, and Alex from Iowa said, "Hey, did you get the title 'The Sea Was Angry' from Seinfeld? And I just wrote back, I said, yes, obviously. He's like, oh, I just saw that episode. And then I was like, that sounds familiar. And then I realized that's the name of that book. And I said, oh, you just saw a Seinfeld episode that premiered, I don't know, 20 years ago? That's great. Red Bull sells Dean Koontz shirts. Yeah, they have a big partnership. Wasn't Fiona your character from the Bell series who loved the Koontz? I thought Fiona, which is a Tom character. I think she liked Stephen R. King. I think is who she talked about a lot in that one. Fiona is a Dean Koontz and Dean R. Koontz fan. Oh, right, yeah, Dean R. Koontz. That's right, Dean R. Koontz. Fiona Edler, McEdler. Still a great character, McEdler. I think at some point we're going to have a whole McEdler series. But not just a trilogy, like 30 books. The McEdler series. And he's going to solve all the world's problems within 30 books. Fiona Edler. Or Dedler. I'm not feeling it today. McEdler with cheese. What do they call quarter pounder in Switzerland? McEdler with cheese. I'm reading a book, a uh, Southern Gothic thriller called Turkey Foot. I don't know who it's by. It just was I saw it on. I think I saw it on Kindle Unlimited, or it was like a 99-cent book or something. Somebody recommended it. It's basically in this. I think it's just set in like Georgia or somewhere, and basically everybody in town is a drug addict popping pills, and like this 70-year-old man is the drug dealer. Pretty good so far. Sounds amazing. Or ama, comma, ing. It does sound ama, comma, ing. My goal after this is to take a nap, do some more edits. I started the edits, Tom, so about a third of the way done. Not a lot of edits. I just get bored going through, and my side hurts. My non-sciatica hurts. I'm still just gonna call it sciatica. I don't care. I don't care what people say. If you want to do what you tell me, I see what you did there. It's that band that, according to some people online, suddenly became political. I've been watching. We're about what are we 3 weeks out or so from we're about 3 weeks out from AuthorCon, and already I'm seeing a lot of people dropping out. I'm like, well, then why would you do that? Biohazard isn't hardcore. Apparently not. Yeah, like every day, one or two people. Oh, I can't go. Oh, thing. Well, you knew you weren't going, but you bought it. You went and bought a table for no reason, or you booked a room because you didn't have to pay for it, and now you're screwing other people around who probably at this point, a month out, are like not planning on going. You know, but they'll have my table and room next year because I ain't going next year. Somewhere in Michigan, Chad heard a ringing in his ears. Yeah. Somewhere in Michigan, the professor is shooting a video with his wife watching some really, really bad horror movie. Let me hold the spot and see if I have enough money to afford to go week per. Pretty much, and that's what people are doing. And I guarantee you, there will be several more dropping out over the next month or so. Several more. I'm looking forward to it. And that pretty much will be it for me, except local stuff until September is Nink and BoucherCon. And I'll probably do Nink the following year, but not BoucherCon because I'm not going to Calgary. So we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. The problem is you saw no reasons. No, they don't have refunds. They're not doing. Somebody had said, "Oh, I might not be able to come. Uh, what's your refund? Refund? Holy shit, I can't talk. Process." And then Jake or Joe tagged the FAQ page, and on there it says no refunds. You can basically more or less try to find somebody who will buy your spot, but that's up to you and that other person. Scares has nothing to do with you collecting that money or anything else. No idea why the hotel doesn't take the money when the reservations are made. Yeah, that would solve a lot of this because then a lot of people would be like, "Oh, I can't afford $250 for the table," and then however much $400, $500 will be for the rooms. You know what? Do you know, Tom? Do you know what days you booked your rooms? Our goal is we're going to go up Thursday. We're going to leave here super early Thursday. Not super early, but we're going to get there Thursday night because there's nothing going on. And then we're leaving Sunday morning to get home. Depends on what's going on with. Um, if Jess is going, that's fine. But then we gotta figure out coverage for her mother for all those days, and then we're gonna have to scramble to do that. So then we're gonna leave Sunday morning early, so we get back because my daughter will probably end up having to stay over there and cover, and then she's got to go to work on Monday. So we want to get there. We want to leave early Sunday and get there for Sunday night, and then depending on what you guys are doing, if you guys are going with us, however we're going to work it out. I guess the lady folk will have to talk about that. Okay, no problem. Yeah, no problems have been solved. And even though I'm not going next year, I will still be watching this, making a mental note of all the people that immediately jumped in and bought a table and then are not going. Frank, you think you're ever going to go again or no? Thursday to Monday, but if you're leaving Sunday, I'll switch it to Sunday because I have to also figure out money situation after this stupid moving company. I guess here's my first question to that is Jess going? Because if Jess is not going, then we're fine, and then we can leave at some point on Sunday. If Jess is coming with us, and that's fine. If she is, then we have to figure out Thursday to Sunday night, get coverage in there at night for her mother. Um, so it's kind of be like a patchwork of people, and then we got to pay. We're gonna have to pay my daughter probably to take a day or two off from work as well. So then the money situation all comes into all that as well for us. So we just got to figure all that out. Alex is not going as far as I know. He was I think he is excited for 2026 when they go back to St. Louis. He's like, "Are you going back to that one?" I said, "No, never." He's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna do that one." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you have fun." And he bought a bunch of stuff that uh, for his table. I guess he's gonna start selling books somewhere. I don't know. He sent me a message. He's like, "Oh, look at this setup I have." I'm like, "That's great. Now go write some fucking books." It sounds like it's a waning con at this point. Not very motivated to go. It's great if you are a. It's great if you're a splatterpunk author. Now, whether or not you really write splatterpunk doesn't matter. They're all calling everything splatterpunk now. That's the big buzzword I noticed in St. Louis. Every author was splatterpunk. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like nobody's writing Bizarro. Nobody's writing extreme horror. They're all firmly writing splatterpunk. 200 authors in that room. 180 of them are writing splatterpunk. Whatever. It was really just not my crowd at all. And I'm hoping that, I mean, we always sell books. We did pretty good last year. Not We don't do great, but I'm also going to bring literally all of my horror books to try to get rid of them. I'm like that's the game. Or I'll change my name to Mick Triana. Yeah, exactly. Or Volpe and Beauregard. Those two were next to us, and they were selling like freaking crazy. 90% of the nominees for the Splatterpunk Awards don't write exactly. Just stupid. The whole thing is just dumb. Facts. You're supposed to do hashtag facts. That's what Tommy Clark always does on all my stuff. I don't see any of his stuff he's snoozed. I know Shelly was originally was like, I'm not gonna go because I'll just stay home and take care of my mom, so then you guys can go. But then I was like, you in St. Louis we busted Jake's balls because he didn't put us next to John Wayne, and John Wayne has already messaged you a couple of times about 38 days until we hang out again or whatever the hell he's. So I'm like, you have to go. And this is the last. This is our last one. So, and cheesesteak. Tommy McClark. Yeah. Cheesesteak. So I was like, listen, if you don't go, I'm not leaving the hotel, and then I'm not getting cheesesteak, and that's going to also suck. So again, we need to figure out. Actually, Jess and Shelly need to figure it out. I know I'm going. I know, Tom, you're going. I'm actually hoping that McClark asks about MondoCon this year, because that's gonna be a solid. You had your chance. Oh, by the way, happy Positive Friday. I don't think I said anything positive today. You know, I'm positive that I'm positive I have my hotcake syrup. Hotcakes. Anyway, Tom, I will be messaging you later unless you message me and let me know about what you want from Dunkin' in the morning. I'll grab that on my way to see you, pick you up. We will go see our buddy Sean. You tell that Tommy Clark he can't have my room. I show up every year. I pay every year. Someday I'll actually release something. Yeah, someday, and then we won't invite you anymore. Oh, Dick actually has a book out. Yeah, he's not invited anymore. Yeah, no, I'm not looking at any Splatterpunk author Matt Shaw. Can you imagine? I met him once at a World Horror, I think in Atlanta. The man, that guy is just obnoxiously in your face. I was standing in line behind him to get coffee, I believe, when I first met him, and he just wouldn't shut the F up. I mean, a nice guy, whatever. I think right after that, he invited me to write a story for one of his books, which I did. I'm gonna tell Tom he can't have your room and he can't have your air mattress. I think it was funny. Shelly slept on that air mattress at her mom's while she was waiting for Tom and Jess to arrive, and and she kept referring to it as Nick's air mattress. I figured Chuck will boot me out of the room. No, so here's the thing. Right now, the Red Sox room, there's no bed in it. I mean, there's a bed in it, but it's broken down because of all the baseball cards and stuff. I'm selling out of there. So the goal is for August to put that bed back together if Chuck is coming, and then he would get that room. You would get the Disney room. Frank would get the former Wonder Woman room, and then uh, Tom, despite what he says, would have to actually go home every night, and or he'd just sleep on the couch. But that's all we're having. I'm not inviting any more people. I'm not inviting extra people to sleep on the couch or any of that crap. So I admire your willpower not chugging that tub of flapjack cake syrup for your pancake slappy jollies. Tom sleeps under the awning, exactly. It's sad. I keep looking at this hot cake syrup, and I'm like, I should go to McDonald's, but I'm like, well, it's 10:30. Got to I forget what. Oh, Yesterday when I went to the doctor, my doctor's appointment was 9:30. I'm like, listen, if we get out of here like real fast, we should go get some hotcakes. And Charlie's like, yeah, we're not going to get out. We didn't get out there until 10:30, but we did go to Metro Diner. Sat at the counter, so that was good. I've been sitting outside a lot now. When Tom was staying here for that week, I would go out every morning at 8 o'clock or so, and I would shoot my TikTok coffee of the day video, and I would sit out there till 9, sometimes 9:30, about 8:30. Tom would come out with his coffee. We'd sit, we'd talk, say shitty things about Nick Zinn for an hour, and then have a good laugh about it, and then go about our day. But I've still been going out there every morning, so kind of my routine now, the ritual. Because tomorrow's ritual will be Dunkin' coffee. I know I'm probably not going to leave here till 9:45, so yeah, I could probably do it tomorrow too. When I worked at Mickey D's, we used to put the box of hotcake syrup in the warming bin. It made them absolutely sinful. Yeah, I can imagine. Some warm syrup, that's probably delicious. My wife, whenever she buys pancake syrup, she always, and then she goes to put it in the fridge, and I'm like, no, those don't have to be refrigerator after opening. If it says refrigerator after opening on it, then refrigerate after opening. But if it doesn't, put it right back in that pantry because it's got to be room temperature. There's nothing worse than cold pancake syrup poured on your French toast or your pancakes. You know what I'm saying? You worked at Mickey. Can you tell Mr. Frank worked at Mickey D's? At MondoCon, ask him about his Skid Row story when he worked there. I gotta go check out the punctured K-Cup of the Day TikTok. Yeah, McDowell's. The problem is I bought a box of it's got 100 K-Cups in it. But one of each. I didn't realize there was only one of each in it. So as I use it, I gotta use it for that. Today's little spoiler alert, I found a Reaper's Brew one without a label on it that I drank this morning. And probably Sunday I will open up probably the Cannibal Corpse or the Testament or the Ministry or the Cavalera Brothers coffee. See how that tastes. How is it? I haven't had any of those. If you've been watching the effing Coffee of the Day videos, you would see that. Invented McGriddle. I'm not a fan of McGriddle. When the McGriddle first came out, I had one. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm not a fan. The Cannibal Corpse K-Cup brewing noises all sound the same. Yeah. They didn't have K-Cup. That was the other thing I didn't like. I was like, they have, Testament. Oh, there's no K-Cups. They just have the ground coffee, so. I'll have that Sunday probably. Probably, as cool kids say. They have the Big Mac. We have the Big Mick. I'll tell you though, the McDonald's breakfast is truly underrated. Big breakfast with hotcakes. It's fucking just delicious. It's just delicious. Of course, then you throw in a couple of breakfast burritos and the mild picante sauce, which I have. I have 2 packets of mild picante sauce in my drawer because I know these sons of bitches won't give them to me like they did the time before last. I had coffee the other day that tasted just like the Exodus coffee. I'll just drink Exodus coffee then. My McGriddles were just hotcakes with syrup, with sausage syrup. Sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't know why I didn't like them. I've had, again, how long have they been out? Like 100 years, you know? Back in the 1820s when they came out. If Shelly asks, I prodded the ground to see how frozen the ground is. Maybe 8 inches, so need warmer weather before I can find that treasure. I will let her know. She loves the updates that I give her after Twitch. I was like, well, just so you know, Nick hasn't found it yet. She's like, found what? Like the treasure. She's like, oh, okay. Like, I'll let you know. Nick will let me know, and then you'll be the first to know. She's like, oh, okay. She's very, very interested in knowing when you find it. And I believe in you. Positive. It's Positive Friday. I believe that you will find it. Hopefully, right before you come here to MondoCon, and then you can bring it with you. You can do like in the overhead in your backpack. And we can all open it up and we can all look at it. It'll be nice. And then Frank will probably beat you up. 8 inches, I can just reach it right now, Mr. Frank. 8 inches, I can reach it twice. Total, though. Total twice. Mm. So there you go. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I know Tom is going to the Amelia Island Book Festival tomorrow with me. So that'll be good. That will be good. I'm tired. When you're in constant pain, it's tiring. Nick says we have a party for Liz's friend who's getting a breast reduction tomorrow. How big are her boobs? Is she getting a breast reduction? You shouldn't have a party for that. You should not talk to her anymore. I could re-H it, wrap myself around it like an elephant trunk, and do 5 sets of deadlines with it. All right, whatever that means. Not sure what a boobs farewell party is called. I'm sure Mr. Frank knows. "40 minutes of S.A. Cosby and crime noir." Exactly. Exactly. And then we'll grab something to eat on the way back. Because they got like a food truck there, I think. But I don't know. I'm not a big believer in food trucks. I always seem to have some kind of issue. Some kind of bowel movement issue. Either I can't go for a week or I go for a straight week. We'll go see him. We'll go get something to eat. I'll bring you home. You can go back up into your attic and hide, and everything will be good. And I'll take the long way home so my wife has more time house to herself. Like, does this girl have giant boobs and it's like uncomfortable? Is she like it's a problem? Like she has back issues? Is she like a big girl and her boobs are even bigger? Like, there's a lot of questions I have on that. When you go ask Ezekazi if he bought anything today, if he says yes, walk up to him, say this is from, and punch him in the face. Yeah. Luckily, we're not doing this tomorrow because then how many books are you going to sell? I don't condone violence, but I condone comedy, and that would be hilarious. They would be hilarious. She's a bigger gal, and I never noticed her book size. What about her boob size? So they're probably big, but the rest of her makes them look regular sized or smaller. But apparently they're just still too big for her. Good for her, I say. Good for her. I'm looking forward to seeing how many sales I get if my Amazon sales are just crushed. I mean booby and tall big wise. Why is Nick going to a boob party with Chuck Buddha's wife? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I don't know. It's all those butt reductions you have to watch out for. Yeah, those I would not go to that party. You know what I would do? I would firebomb that party. Oh, she's getting her butt reduced. She's dead. I mean, not figuratively. Only I'm not threatening anybody. I don't know. All right, I'm out of here. Like I said, Tom, let me know what your Dunkin' order is in the morning, and we will go and hang out with the Cosby Show. No, different. It's a different Cosby. All right, everybody. I will see everybody on Monday. Monday will be. I guess tomorrow will be March. We're already March. Marching like a lion or something. Rain something. I don't know. Whatever that thing is. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.